Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good evening, Eastern Iowa. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Danny Cassidy. Today compared to yesterday has been a lot more hit and miss than it was yesterday, especially because there's a little bit more organized yesterday, and today been very isolated even within city centers. So some portions of Cedar Rapids earlier today saw quite a bit of heavy rain, and others didn't see anything at all. So I think that trend will continue through the rest of this evening. Generally speaking, though, most of us are going to stay on the dry side, but just be mindful that an isolated storm or two is possible. After 10 o'clock, though, I think that'll wrap up, and we'll have partly cloudy skies for tonight. Then as we head into the morning hours tomorrow, so we could see some patchy fog as well as some showers and storms moving in from the north. The cold front will be approaching from the north. It's going to be on the weaker side. We're not going to be incredibly cooler during the day tomorrow and especially later this week, but it will give us a chance of showers and storms and probably a little bit more organized chance of showers and storms, especially during the morning hours. Those will move through and dissipate by the time they get to around Highway 30. We'll see a little bit of a break in the action during the afternoon or early afternoon, and then more redevelopment here. You see 5 o'clock now back to more of that scattered nature. But again, while not expecting severe weather, could see some downpours at times, some gusty winds, and maybe some small hail. So we'll be on the lookout for that. After about 10 o'clock, just like the previous nights, we'll see things clear out for us. And with the light winds, could see some patchy fog Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday will be very isolated for our southern areas, but I think much of the area is going to stay on the drier side. It'll be a pretty nice day overall for midweek. Dew points are going to be on the decline, at least for a little bit after that cold front moves through. Tomorrow is going to be sticky, close to 70-degree dew point in some spots. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, though, pretty nice in the low 60s. And yeah, we want to be in that comfortable spot but for late July, this is actually pretty good because it typically is pretty muggy. Then for Saturday, we'll be back on the rise, and I think we could be getting close to 70 by next week. Now, another thing it's going to do is bring in a little bit more of that wildfire smoke from Canada, currently in the northwestern portion, or I should say the western portion of Canada. And with that cold front, while not expected to put a ton towards the surface, we could see a lot more smoke here, and I think we are going to see a lot more smoke here as we go through the next couple of days. So you notice moving in from the north ahead of that cold front, Tuesday afternoon it really gets on the thicker side, and then Wednesday you can see right in the orange here on the thicker end of the scale. Now, this is elevated smoke, not necessarily near surface smoke. Some of that could come to the surface, but for now, impacts for air quality should be minimal. We'll have to keep an eye on this if any of it does reach the surface and provide those air quality concerns. So recap here, overall tonight, low temperatures are going to be in the mid-60s. Could see a couple of isolated storms early, otherwise partly cloudy skies. And with a light southwest wind, could see some patchy fog at times. Then for tomorrow, it's going to be our best chance of showers and storms on and off throughout the day. Otherwise, well, we're not seeing storms, a mix of sun and clouds. And for the most part, high temperatures are in the low to mid-80s on the muggy side with those hazy conditions. Your city-by-city forecast for Waterloo, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids, and Iowa City. As I mentioned, our southern areas on Wednesday have an isolated chance of storms, but the majority of us do stay dry. Thursday, we're dry no matter what, with high temperatures in the low to mid-80s. And that trend continues through Saturday, mostly sunny. A little bit of a wind picks up Friday and Saturday out of the southeast, and that will bring in a little bit of warmer air and more muggy air. And by Sunday, some areas could be seeing 90 degrees. As we approach the last week of July, which is Sunday through Wednesday, and then Thursday is the first day of August, pretty typical late July, early August weather. We'll see a couple of storm chances, as well as temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, and those dew points more than likely in the mid to upper 60s and maybe even low 70s.